Welcome back. Worlds Collide. 2-player starter. Let's get into it. So, the one good thing about this Target scandal releasing this early is I am getting very excited to actually play with these. Got the rulebook, got the tokens, got the playmats. You guys know that. 2 decks. Let's do it. Ryan and I are going to try and get some gameplay videos up. Let me know if you guys want set 3 versus set 3, or set 3 versus set 2, set 3 versus set 1. We're just excited to play in general. This is Diplomat, Iridescence, Ipsidrian, and it is Saurian, Dis, and Shadows. So let's get this open. I miss those red pull tabs from set 1. Can we get those back in here? Alright. Shadows. We have Gambling Den. It is an artifact. At the start of each player's turn, that player may choose a house. If they do, reveal the top card of their deck. If it is the named house, they gain 2 amber. Otherwise, they lose 2 amber. Interesting. We have Whisper. Elusive. Action, lose 1 amber. If you do, destroy a creature. We have 2 of them. Yancey Gang. That's the 5 power. Action, steal 1. We have 2 of them. We have Mug. Move 1 amber from a creature to your pool. Deal 2 damage to that creature. We have Inky Gloom. Your opponent cannot use creatures to reap on their next turn. We have Hugger Mugger. 3 power elusive. Play, capture 1. Then your opponent has more forged keys than you. Steal 1. That's pretty interesting. We have Hawk, which will, remember, be the alternate art card in the first month of the organized play leaderboard kits. Destroy an artifact. If you do, gain 1. We have 2 of those. We have Bad Pennies. 2 Bad Pennies. Now, Saurian. We have Senator Brachus. You may spend amber on friendly creatures as if it were in your pool. And fight, reap, exalt him. That's really strong. We have Primus Ungus. Each friendly creature gets +2 power for each amber on him. And his reap is also exalt him. That's pretty good with the other guy. We have Compsos Haruspex. Each friendly creature's play effect is a play/reap effect. That is really strong. And then Tribune Pompidus. Each friendly creature gets +2 power for each amber on it. Before fight, you may exalt him. We have Thero Centurion. Play, fight, capture 1. I like him a lot. Quester Jarda. Elusive. Reap, you may exalt him. If you do, gain 1. We have Prefectus Ludo. Each other friendly creature gains destroyed. Move each amber on this creature to the common supply. Wow, this Saurian is really strong. Failing Strike. Play, choose a creature. Deal 1 to it for each friendly creature. You may exalt a friendly creature to repeat this effect. We have Imperial Scudam. This creature gets +2 armor and gains destroyed. Move each amber on it to the common supply. Chant of Hubris. Move 1 amber from a creature to another creature. Then we have the Taunt guy, the Auxiliary, Hazardous 2, 6 power. We have 2 of them. That's a really good Saurian. I think that's going to be strong. Then in Dis, we have 3 Fates, an old favorite. Destroy the 3 most powerful creatures. Maybe not with Saurians. It might be hard to have more powerful creatures on the other end. Poltergeist. Use an artifact controlled by any player as if it were yours, and then destroy that artifact. Bloodshard Imp. After a creature reaps, its controller must sacrifice it. Rot Grub. Your opponent loses 1 when you play it, and you can reap it to archive it. Misery Exploit. You gain 1 for each damaged enemy creature. Malison. Fight effect. You can move an enemy creature anywhere on the battle line. Then if it's on a flank, it captures 1 from its own side. Got 2 of those. We have an Imp Spectre. Destroyed. Purge a random card from your opponent's hand. We have 2 of those. We have an Exhume, one of my favorite cards in the entire game. You play it, choose a creature from your discard pile, and play it as if it were in your hand and belonged to the active house. We have Draining Touch, destroy a creature with no amber on it. And we have Binding Irons. I like this deck a lot. This is Diplomat, Iridescence, Ipsidrain. That's I think a solid one. So let's go right into this next one. The Bright Thane of Glenburn. This is Shadows, Dis, and Star Alliance. And I am not upset about that. I like all three of those houses. So let's get this Archon card out of the way. It's a really neat Archon, by the way. Alright, up first. Excuse me. Uncharted Lands. Place 6 amber from the common supply on it. Each Star Alliance creature gains Reap. Move 1 from Uncharted Lands to your pool. Oh, that's really neat. Galactic Census. If there are exactly 3 or exactly 4 houses represented among creatures in play, gain 1. If there are exactly 5, gain 2. If there are 6 or more, gain 3. Ooh, I like that. In Countersuit. After an action is played, but before it resolves, ward this creature, and this is a upgrade. Xeno Training. For each house represented among creatures in play, or among friendly creatures, a friendly creature captures 1. We have 2 of those. Navigator Ali. Play, Fight, Reap. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. Lave the Land. Very similar. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order, but then you draw a card. Red Alert. If there are more enemy creatures than friendly creatures, deal damage to each enemy creature equal to the difference. Light of the Archons. This creature gets +1 power and +1 armor for each upgrade attached to it. Cloaking Dongle. This creature and each of its neighbors gain elusive. Armsmaster Molina. Hazardous 3. Each of Armsmaster Molina's neighbors gain Hazardous 3. We have 2 of those. So that's the Star Alliance. I like it. Shadows, Subtle Maul. Subtle Maul. That's a subtle B in there, not a harsh one like I did first. It is an artifact. Action, your opponent discards a random card from their hand. We have Fidget, elusive, with a Reap effect. Discard a random card from your opponent's archives or the top card of their deck. If that card's an action, play it as if it were yours. Duskrunner. It's an upgrade. This creature gains Reap, steal 1. Yancey Gang. Action, steal 1. Trust no one. Steal 1 if there are no friendly creatures in play. Instead, steal 1 for each house represented among enemy creatures, to a maximum of 3. We have 2 of those. Pestering Blow. Deal 1 damage to a creature and enrage it. Mug. Move 1 amber from a creature to your pool. Deal 2 damage to that creature. Javinda. Elusive. Reap. Deal 1 damage to a creature. If it destroys the creature, steal 1. We have 2 of those. We have an Inky Gloom. Your opponent cannot use creatures to Reap on their next turn. We have a Bad Penny to go with the Javindas. That's pretty good. You know her effect. Now the Dis. Hecatomb. This is an older card, but it's a good one. Destroy each Dis creature. Each player gains 1 amber for each creature they controlled that was destroyed this way. Snag. Fight. Your opponent must choose the house of the creature Snag fights as their active house during their next turn. Obsidian Forge. Sacrifice any number of friendly creatures. Then you may forge a key at +6 of current cost, reduced by 1 for each creature sacrificed. If you do, destroy Obsidian Forge. That's strong because you could let it sit there. You don't have to use it right away. It's a key cheat that you could wait for. Bornit. Reveal the top 5 cards of a player's deck. Purge a card revealed this way and shuffle the other revealed cards back into that deck. The Evil Eye. Keys cost +3 during your opponent's next turn. Lilithal. Fight, Reap, capture 1. We have 2. We have 3 of those. Dendrix. Your opponent discards a random card from their hand on the fight. Buzzle. Skirmish. And he has play and fight effect. You may purge one of his neighbors. If you do, ready him. Ooh, that's pretty good. 2 of those, 3 of those. I think I like this deck a lot. I think this deck's pretty neat. So that was this box opening. We have the Bright Thane of Glenburn, and we have the Diplomat Iridescence Ipsidrain. We'll see you later, guys.